So hopefully you guys found that quite funny, because I did, because it's awful. So first off, what I want to talk about is my feet, because for some reason I thought it'd be good to put my feet really wide and not keep myself compact, and then thus getting in the way of my hands gripping the bar closer together, which obviously is going to make it bend a little bit more, which could give you like a bit of help here and there. So that's the first thing I want to highlight. My knees are caving in on me, like I'm like a newborn deer and can't really stand straight for some reason. The wraps around my wrist aren't actually wrist wraps; they're wrist hooks that I bought because I thought they'd be badass, and I had really weak grip at the time. So those are actually metal hooks on my wrist. Obviously, as the lift progresses, you're going to want to notice how badly my back arches, which is something you definitely don't want to do or you will hurt yourself. Luckily, I did not here. And yeah, that's basically, like, I don't understand where I thought this was a good idea to deadlift like this. This is basically the video you'd show somebody to show you how not to deadlift, because it is painful. Other than that, basically my feet, my back. Obviously, you want to keep your head up a little bit so your back won't arch. Oh yeah, I also wanted to talk about my hips firing way too early, which is causing my back to bend like it is. When you deadlift, you want to pull the bar up to your knees and then get your hips up to it. Like, it's kind of hard to explain. It's easier to watch than it is to explain. But like there, I fire my hips up way too fast and kind of like stiff leg it up for the rest of the way, which is obviously making my back bend a lot more than it should. You just kind of want to make it all one fluid motion, not break it up into two separate kind of things, if you know what I mean. And then again, on my second rep, I basically just like stiff leg it the whole way up, and it's just painful looking. So hopefully I never deadlift like this again in my life, and you guys find this helpful, because that was pitiful. On to the second lift. So this is my second lift that I told you guys about a year ago. Again, it's at 315. The form is definitely way better than the first video. Obviously, my knees aren't as far out. I don't think I was using straps in this one. I very well could have been, but I don't think so. Um, Again, my hips fired too early, thus causing my back to bend more and rounded in the lower back. So that's obviously something I would have needed to work on. Um, I should have been using wraps, because once I got to the top, I didn't lock my knees out, which I don't seem to ever do for some reason. My toes were also pointed inwards more than they should have been. They actually should be pointed more outwards. But yeah, once I got to the top of the rep, I almost like couldn't hold on to the weight anymore because I had little baby grip going on. So should have been using wraps or like chalk or something to hold on to that. But the rep wasn't terrible. It wasn't great, but it definitely moved a lot better than the first clip I showed you guys, obviously. So I'm pretty happy with this one. I mean, it's a year ago, so I can't really be upset with it or fix it in any way, shape, or form. But it's definitely way better than the first clip. So that one wasn't as bad. Other than, like I said, the hips shooting up too fast, thus causing me rounding in the back. That was basically my big worry in that one. And for this last video, basically what I need to work on is, again, locking my knees out. I'm trying to keep my head up more, which is keeping my back more neutral. But overall, I felt like it moved really fast. It looked like it was really fast on film. But yeah, just locking on my knees, obviously, and keeping my head up is basically all I think. Well, I mean, obviously, there'd be more to keep everything tighter, but I think it's an alright lift for myself. Alright, guys, see you in the next video. Peace.